Arcane changes for the Mists of Pandaria. Our whole core abilities have changed. Mana Gem no longer gives spell power, and Slow is now a must cast, as Arcane Blast will no longer apply it automatically. Keep in mind, Presence of Mind is now a talent, not a standard ability, and you must choose it over Scorch and Icy Flows if you want it. Furthermore, we also have the Arcane Charge mechanic, similar to the Arcane Blast mechanic on Live, where all spells, barring Arcane Explosion, do more damage and have an increased effect, at the expense of a higher mana cost for Arcane Blast. For example, Arcane Missile's damage now scales with your Arcane Charge stacks, and will also give you a stack of Arcane Charge when cast. It is still free, requiring a proc, which now stacks twice, and triggered 40% of the time by Arcane Blast. Whilst Arcane Explosion's damage no longer scales with charges, it does have a 30% chance to grant a stack if a target is hit. Arcane Blast receives 25% extra base damage and 125% extra mana cost per charge. Now here's where it gets interesting. Well, I say interesting, let me rephrase that. Interesting for Arcane. Ha! Take that, Blizzard. Arcane Barrage is now useful, and it is the spell that resets your stacks, much like Arcane Missiles currently does in Cataclysm. But its special flavour is that for every stack of Arcane Charge, 50% of its damage will hit another target nearby. As for the rotation, the key principle to keep in mind is that mana no longer increases with intellect. So the rotation for mages will not change as it does on Live, where, at low gear levels, you only need to cast Arcane Blast maybe 3 to 4 times before resetting the stacks. Whilst at the highest gear levels, with Shard of Woe, you basically free cast Arcane Blast and never go because Evocation resets so fast. Generally, keep in mind, beta is beta and numbers will change, you cast Arcane Blast 2 to 3 times, then use any Arcane Missiles procs. Then, Arcane Barrage, rinse and repeat, keeping up your bomb spell as you do. You still do a mana burn when Evocation is up, or about to come off cooldown, but now your burn is very short, only lasting about 15 seconds, and should line up with Arcane Power coming off cooldown, more or less. Right, that sums up Arcane Fire and Frost now, but I still will be keeping you up to date with all the latest mage changes, as well as UI, graphics, and anything else I find particularly awesome in the Mists of Pandaria.